It's Monday. I just got up. I'm not really awake yet. Got a shower, and I thought I would take you along and show you what a week in my life could look like, and also because I found that I really enjoy doing videos and cutting them and editing them, so I thought maybe some of you might be interested in this. Today I plan to do a photo shoot. I'm gonna meet a photographer later and to make some photos of outfits. Also I have to run some errands like renew the apartment, and then I have to get the stuff for the vegan Christmas dinner that I'm making tomorrow for my family. I really hope that I find everything, because I've heard that 𝐒𝐤𝐼 is currently sold out in Berlin, so I hope that it's not sold out here in Lucerne, otherwise I have to find an alternative. But yes, that's about it, and see you later. So I don't know if you can see, but I literally have like 3 different outfits on top of each other because I am about to head out for a photo shoot, and because the weather is super terrible, as you may see, I decided that I want to make my changes in between as fast as possible. So I came up with the super creative idea of just putting all the outfits on top of each other. So I hardly can move anymore, but I really hope that the photos are still gonna look good, and yes. So this is my current situation. I just came back from a photo shoot, and it was super duper cold, as I told you earlier, and it was just raining every now and then, and it was literally freezing. So I didn't really take the effort to fold my clothes nicely and put them in my bag, so I just threw literally everything in there. So I need to get that mess a little bit sorted out. Also, I just wanted to quickly show you an order that I got. I namely ordered some second-hand books online. I literally ordered a ton of them, and those are the things that I got. I don't know if you know them. This one I actually started reading, but I bought it from the library, but I couldn't finish it, so I thought, why not just get it myself so I can take the time to really read it. Also, with these kind of self-help books, I prefer owning the copy, because then I can just go back and have a read again whenever I need to. Then this is another one that I want to read for a long time. I've heard great things about it, so I'm really interested in reading this one. This is a book on climate justice and climate change. I think it's super interesting, the topic of climate justice, and I actually saw this as a recommendation somewhere on Instagram, so let's see. This one is another one I actually saw through Instagram, and I think it sounds really interesting. It's all about changing perspectives. This one I just randomly got. It also has some content or contribution from Emma Watson and Keira Knightley, so I think it's super interesting, the whole feminist topic. This is also why I got this one. Somehow it's super small, but I've heard also that it's really good. And then last but not least, I got my hands on a copy of this German book, which is all about rebalancing your hormones after you go off the pill. As you may know, I've actually been struggling with hormonal issues ever since I got off the pill, because I developed cystic acne, and I really tried to cure it naturally because I don't want to go on Accutane, and I think the underlying reason is really hormones, because it broke out only after I stopped with the pill. So yeah, super interested in reading this book, and I will let you know once I've read them and whether I can recommend them if you're interested. trust that it will work out. A successful day comes to an end. I've been standing in the kitchen for almost 1.5 hours to make a vegan roast that I promised for my family's Christmas dinner, because I want to persuade some family members, especially my dad, that meat is not always necessary, or is not necessary in general. So that's why it's super important to me that this turns out really well, and that I can convince him that vegan is really not about missing out on anything, and you can be so creative and have such delicious meals, and you really don't miss out on anything. So yes, that's been my evening, and I've been preparing the roast, which is now in the oven for 1 hour, and tomorrow there's still some things left to do for the roast, and then also the sides that I'm planning on doing for the roast, as well as the dessert. So it's quite a busy day. Also, I have an esthetician, or another appointment at the esthetician, to make kind of an acne cleansing things. Like last time I did that, it was super painful because there were so many pimples I had that she got rid of. So I hope this time it's less painful because there's less pimples on my skin, I hope. But definitely it was really worth the visit, because a few days after my skin looked so much better. So yes, I'm gonna look like, I cannot even describe how, but I'm probably gonna look terrible tomorrow and with all like a red face and inflammation everywhere. But well, it's only Christmas dinner with my family, so I have nothing to hide and nothing to be worried about. So yes, that's about it. I'm super exhausted right now, still waiting for my roast, and I will go to bed and do some reading in my new books. Hello everyone, today is Tuesday and it's Christmas Eve. The weather is actually really not Christmassy, as you may see. It's raining, and well, I don't know when we had the last time a white Christmas. And just to say, I'm from Switzerland, so people often think that we have a lot of snow, but which really isn't true, because maybe it used to be like that in the past, but things have changed, temperatures have risen, so this is actually a grey and rainy looking Christmas. But yeah, I think there's some snow in the mountains, and I'm really keen on going there and getting some snow in, because I really like the winter wonderland kind of atmosphere. And when it's raining and just cold, it's just really not my kind of winter. But anyways, I'm about to head out for my esthetician's appointment. As I told you yesterday, this is how my skin looks like right now. I don't know if you can see it. There's still some spots and acne. As you may know, I came off the pill about a year ago, and a few months back I started to develop again severe cystic acne. But actually I'm pretty okay with how my skin looks like right now, because it used to be much worse and also more painful, and now it doesn't really hurt, so that's really good. And I've also just started to kind of accept it, because I don't want to make my life unnecessarily harder than it is. Also, whenever I wear makeup, I think I cannot really see the acne as well. So yeah, anyways, I do whatever I can to get rid of it still. As I said, I decided against Accutane because I think it's just a temporary solution, and it's really aggressive. I don't want to really support that. Rather, I really want to start looking for the real cause of my skin issues. For that reason, I actually started to read the book Woman Code, which is really interesting so far, and I'm not as far in the book yet, but from what I hear, it sounds pretty promising. It's all about rebalancing your hormonal issues for long term, And she also says that acne is a symptom of an underlying hormonal issue, which I definitely think is the case for me. As you may know, this area, if you have acne in this kind of area on your face, it actually is showing, it's a sign of hormonal issues. So yeah, I don't really see why I should take medications to just treat the symptoms rather than the cause. So much to that. But on top of the things I'm trying to do to rebalance my hormones, I'm going, as I said, to the esthetician because I think it really helped me, and it helped because I believe that curing acne is a mix between two things, so healing internally as well as treating it externally. So yeah, that's just an update. After that, after I have my esthetician's appointment, I actually will go on with my Christmas dinner. My roast is not done yet. It's just some things remain to do. Also, I need to roast the veggies and also prepare the dessert, as I told you. So yes, it's gonna be quite some things to do for today. And this evening I'm at my mom's place with both of my parents, and also my grandparents come, and I will see my doggy again. So as you may see, I just came back from the esthetician appointment that I had, where she cleared out my skin, and it always looks super terrible right afterwards. So I'm looking like this right now, and I'm not supposed to put on makeup, so this is how we're gonna be spending my Christmas evening. But it's fine because I know like the next day normally my skin already looks way better, and even like the week to come. So I'm positive that it helps and that it does good to my skin. So yes, just wanted to quickly show you how my skin looks like post appointment with the skin doctor, or with the esthetician, I mean. 𝐒𝐻𝐸𝐚. So it seems like I'm having some kind of nervous pre-Christmas breakdown for some reason. I don't know. I just somehow I have some tears in my eyes, and I think it's because Christmas is for me always a time where I remember kind of the old times, and where I realize that time goes by so fast. Also, around this time last year, I kind of fell in love with my ex-boyfriend, and we spent a lot of time together, and now I just feel like single life is hitting me right in the face. But yes, that will be over as well. I don't know, just I have those moments where I just feel super sad about it, and because I'm really not good with losing people and getting over things that I used to enjoy. I mean, I really enjoy my life right now, but every once in a while, especially in the winter, I think it's harder to be single and alone, because there's somehow, especially like at least in my case, a greater need for affection and that warmth, that feeling of closeness and togetherness, which I'm really missing. But well, This is just a really honest, quick update. But what I actually wanted to show you is I just finished all the cooking for my Christmas dinner. So I made some potatoes, but somehow I chose the wrong ones because those are soft cooking. Even though it said I could use them, somehow they're super soft now, but well, as long as they taste the same, that's perfect. Also, I have my vegan roast, which I told you about. I really hope that it turned out well. I'm a bit nervous. And also I have some, I don't even know how you call it, but it's typically German dinner. Also, I made a tiramisu, which is outside right now, but I'm going to show you later. It has to cool for at least 8 hours, and I didn't read that until like 2 p.m. So there's no dessert for us until 10 p.m. But I'm sure we're gonna be fine. So yes, I have about 1 hour left to myself before I head out to my parents. Right now I just feel super exhausted because I've literally been standing in this kitchen today for 4 hours and yesterday as well for 3 hours. So this literally took me 7 hours. I don't even know if you can see the effort, but fingers crossed that it tastes well, because I get super frustrated when I spend so much time doing something but it doesn't taste well. But yes, also I think, I mean, even if it doesn't taste well, we should just remember, it's always so important to remember that the fact that we already have food is so much more valuable. And because there's so many people that don't have food, obviously, I don't want to get all corny about it, but you know what I mean. So we should appreciate what we have. That's what I wanted to say with this. And yes, I'm excited for a vegan Christmas dinner. Yay!
So nice to see you tonight. That's alright. Love your hipster vibes. Amethyst colored hair.